Yes, as an example, Maharishi Dayanand has given the 100 names of the God, otherwise, the uncountable names of the God. Maharishi says, whatsoever name you find in any of the Shastras, any of the Granthas, any of the holy books, those names point out to the one God only. And whatsoever prayers you do, whatsoever puja, path, anushthan, whatsoever you do, all goes to one God only. So we must understand this concept that God is one. Though with the passage of time, with the as the generations goes on and on, different pujas, anushtans, and they have created their own mythologies, but the God is one. The crux of first Samulas is the God is one, though he is having different names. As an example, he has given the 100 names. So 51st name is Brahma. Brahma, we all know, is the one who created the world and multiplies it. Then is Sat. Sat is the existence, whose existence is there, is the one who is the true embodiment of existence among all the existences. We are also Sat, we also exist, but God is the true embodiment of existence among all the existences in the universe. Then is the Nyan. Nyan is one who knows all the world, who animate or inanimate. The great God is Satya Jnan Anant. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. It's the Upanishad Vakya. Taittiriya Upanishad says the God is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. So God knows everything. Whatsoever we are not telling to anybody, whatsoever we are hiding from the teacher, whatsoever we are hiding from the husband, from the wife, from the parents, He knows it. Okay. Then Anant, He has no limitations, no boundaries, and no end or no dimensions. He's Anant. Then Anadi, who is having no beginning, who is not having any end, he is not having any beginning also. So no beginning, no end. It's such a beautiful entity, and the only one single entity. We cannot give the example like if you go to market and you want to buy some fruit or some vegetable, the mother would say it looks like this. We can give some example. Hmm? And how is juice look like? It's watery, just like water, only some sugar is there, something is different, but main basic is juice is like water. We can give example, but God is such type of entity, we cannot give any other example. So that's why the God is Anadi. He has no beginning and he has no end. He is Anant. Then is Ananda. He is the one who is all blissful and endows happiness on the good and the righteous people. So God is Anand. We are not having Anand. That's why we are at the back of God to get the Anand. Sat, Sat is one who exists in all the times, the past, present, in the future, and is not limited by the time. Then Chit. Chit is who is truly conscious being and endows souls with knowledge and right and wrong. Like we are also Chit. We are Sat also. We have existence. We have Chit also. We also know what is right, what is wrong. Though because of any of the self-interest, we bend towards the wrong and we commit the wrong. But otherwise, we know. We also Chit. And then is God is Sat, Chit, and Anand, is the one who is truly conscious, blissful being. So that for that bliss only we are at the back of God. That's why we worship the God. Then God is Nitya. He is firm, immortal, and eternal. He is Shuddha. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta. Shuddha is the pure, purest of pure. He is pure and purifies others also. Mukt is who is free from all type of sins and impurity and free souls from sins and sufferings. He is Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhav. The God is this. Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhav is one who is eternal, who is holy, who is omniscient, and who is free. He is the God. Then he is Nirakar. Nir is no and Akar is the shape. Is the one who has no form nor body and is ever embodied. He has no body, but he is ever embodied. So he is Nirakar. Niranjan. Alakh Niranjan, the Nath Sampradaya, when they go for bhiksha, when they go for to have food from the grihasthis to the families, they say Alakh Niranjan. Niranjan. Nir means no, Anj is form, color, immortality, disorder, we can say. The one who is free from immortal conduct and disorders, nor is he is the object of senses such as eyes. So he is Niranjan, we can say like this also. Then he is Ganapati. Gan is the host and Pati is the Lord. Who is the Lord of the host? That is all the material world and the spiritual world, which he also protects. So he is Ganapati. Ganesha. Gana is the host and Isha is the Lord. So Lord of host, that's why God is called Ganesh. Then is Vishwavara. Vishwavara, Vishwa is the universe and Vara is Ishvara is the Lord. Vishveshwara. So Lord of the universe. That is why God's one name is Vishveshwara. Then the Kutastha, the one who pervades all, who supports all, yet himself undergoes no transformation. We go under the transformation, na? When we are having child, then we become young adulthood, then adult, and then we'll die. So there are changes. But God is Kutastha. He himself undergoes no changes, no transformation. Then he is Devi. Devi is also name of the god. Devi has same meaning as the Deva, which is the masculine, and whilst Devi is the feminine. So God has names in all the genders. Shakti. Shakti is power, is the one who is powerful enough to create the world. How powerful we are? We feel sometimes even unable to manage our household things. We need some house making helper, something like that. We call somewhere, plumber is coming, electrician is coming. We need the help of so many people to run our life, but God doesn't need help of anyone else. He has all the power, he has the Shakti. Then he is Shri. Shri is to serve. Is the one who is served by all saints, all sages, and all saints. So his name is Shri. Then Lakshmi, to see and mark, is the one who sees all the universe and endows it with distinguishing. All the Aishwarya, all the material belongs to the God. It doesn't. He has given this house, building, job, money, bank balance, family members, friends, everything just for usage only. Okay, just like we can say, as we take loan from bank, but we have to repay for it, na? So loan maybe for 10 years, 15 years, if the some entity is there. So same way God has given this world to use to us for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, but ultimately it belongs to him. Like I suppose in Chandigarh they give lease. The flat system, the housing system is like that. It's not a registry. They say 99 years lease. So the actual property belongs to the government, but they give you for usage for 99 years. Who lives for 99 years nowadays? The same way the God has given this universe, this world, for lease to us. We can use it, we can live in it, and then we will go. So then name is Saraswati. Saraswati is to achieve and to know. The one who is possessed of infinite knowledge of the universe, of words, their objects, their relations, who is having the infinite knowledge. So God's name is Saraswati. We do Saraswati Puja in schools. Then is Sarv Shaktiman. He has all the power, who doesn't require the assistance of another in accomplishing his work of the universe, who by his own innate power and does all his work. He is Sarv Shaktiman. All powers are embodied in. Then is Nyayakari. God is Nyayakari. He does the justice. Nyaya is what is proved to be true by all the 8 kinds of evidence, such as direct, cognition, inference, analogy. So it is the dispensing of justice without favor or partiality. The God is the ultimate judge of our life, our deeds, our karmas. So is the one who practice nyaya, truth, justice and righteousness. Yeah, if we doesn't get any justice in court, what we say? The God will do the justice. So we trust the God, that God is the ultimate judge of our life. Okay, so if someone has done wrong to us, we say, God will do the justice. So he is nyayakari. Dayalu is to give, to take, to know, to protect the injured. Is the one who makes you fearless, and he knows all. He protects the good and punishes the wicked. He is Dayalu. And Advait is the only one. Advait, and invisible, without any admixture, either of the same kind as man, and the men are the same kind from man, are made up of different parts. Consequently, there is no relation of whole to its parts, as of body with its parts such as eyes, ears. So his Advait is one. You cannot differentiate, these are God's eyes, these are God's ears. No, God is one and he is the same. You cannot differentiate that as we differentiate the human beings. He is Advait. Then Nirgun. Nirgun is the one who is free from the distinguishing properties of matter such as Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Whatsoever form which we see in the universe is because of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas only. Color, taste, touch, smell, and of the soul, such as finite power, knowledge, ignorance, passion, desires, and pains of all the kinds. This definition is substantiated by the authority of Upanishad. Upanishad says this thing, that he is free from sound, touch, color, and such other qualities which we feel in this universe. He is all above from the objects of these five senses. You cannot touch the God, you cannot taste the God, you cannot hear the God, you cannot see the God. Okay, so he's above from he's not the subject. You can see, you can understand this thing in this way also, that with eye you cannot taste anything, you can see only. So eyes has one limitation. The eye can see only, I cannot hear, I cannot taste, I cannot smell, I cannot touch. Same way, the mouth can taste only, it cannot hear, it cannot smell, because mouth is very close to all the senses are very nearby, so we cannot differentiate. But otherwise, each and every senses has its own subject to receive. But the God is Advait and Nirguna. He is not a subject of these senses. Okay, then comes Sagun. First is Nirgun, then is Sagun. Sagun is who possesses such attributes as perfect knowledge, perfect bliss, purity, and infinite power the God is carrying. So what we can see is that everything in the universe is Sagun and Nirgun. Like some object is there, like milk is there. Milk has Sagun because it has the white color, but it doesn't have the yellow color of juice. So it's Nirgun in one sense and Sagun in one sense. He has some quality and some quality is missing. Same way Nirgun, who is not having some of the specific qualities, like God is not injustice, God is not bad, God is not doing anything wrong. So in that sense God is Nirgun. And whatsoever positive qualities he have, he is loving, he is caring, he is taking care of all the human beings, all the other beings as well. So God is Dayalu also, he is having Sagun properties. So same way he is Antaryami, he is the one who pervades the animate as well as the inanimate universe and controls it. And he knows everything. Whatsoever is in the mind also, God knows it. Then Dharmaraj. Who is Dharmaraj? Yudhishthir is Dharmaraj. Now we say Dharmaraj Yudhishthir, the eldest Pandav. So Dharmaraj is the one who is free from sin and evil and rejoice in truth, justice, righteousness, and the great judge, Dharmaraj. Then one of the name of the God is Yama. Yama is the one who governs all, who administers justice to all, and is the personification of justice. That's why when we leave this world, the death come, they say Yamaraj will come and take you. So they want to convey this thing that at the end of the life, in the throughout life also, there is many decisions, many judgments come in the life, but at the end of the life, the final judgment will come, whether you will get human body, next human body, or some animal body, or some bird body. So Yamaraj, there will be the justice of your whole life. That is why I say that at the end of the life, when you take the last breath, the Yamaraj will come. Bhagavan is the one who possessed of all might and power, and is worth of being served and worshipped. So he is Bhagavan. Then Manu is the one who is true embodiment of knowledge and worthy of being known and believed. Purusha, Purush is also named priest to fill and sustain, who counts and classifies the material objects and souls. He is Purush. Then Vishambhara. Vishambhara is the one who sustains and preserves the whole world. So Vishambhara is one of the name of the god. Kal, Mahakal, one who counts and classifies the material objects and souls. Kal. Shesh means the balance, is the one who undergoes no change during creation or dissolution. He is the one unchangeable, eternal world. Shesh. When the whole universe he will destroy, he will dissolve the whole universe, still the only and only one entity will be left, that is why he is called Shesh. Then is Apt, is the one who pervades the universe and is filled with all true knowledge and righteousness, is the true teacher of all, accessible only to the good and the righteous people who are free from bad attributes, dishonesty and fraud. So he is Advait, Apt. Then he is Shankara. Why is Shankara? Shank is good and cries to do. Who is the benefactor of all, who gives solace to all and giver of happiness to all. That is called the god. The god's name is Shankara, Shiv Shankar. Okay, Mahadeva. Mahadev Shiv Shambho. Mahadev is the name of the god only. Great Deva, the one who is greatest among the great, the good and the learned, and is the light of the world. That is why God is called Mahadeva. Priya we know, the dear one, dearest one. It's to please and desire. Is the one who gladness the good, the righteous, and the true seekers of salvation, and is worthy of being sought after. The embodiment of love, the Priya. Then Swayambhu comes as the who is self-existent. He is uncreated. We are created by someone, na? Our parents have been there. So God, no parents of God. Okay, so God is uncreated. He is Kavi. He is one who is all knowledgeable and reveals the knowledge through his world. He is Shiva. He is the one who is bliss, and he is the giver of happiness to all. Suvrat, he is self-effulgent. Suparna, the protector and the preserver of the universe, the god. Then is Matarishwa. Matarishwa is the powerful like wind. And Garutman is heavy. We say the mighty by nature. So God, the Maharishi says these are the like 100 names, but there are millions of other names of the god besides these. His names are without number, because his nature, his attributes, his activities are infinite. One name stands for each of them. These 100 names are like a drop in the ocean, Maharishi says. So in the Vedas and Shastras, there are infinite attributes, activities, powers, characteristics of God, and those are described and can be learned by the studying of these holy books. And as per their attributes, their powers, characteristics, the names are there. And as per the names, many of the people have changed the way of worshipping the God. So that is why Maharishi stresses that there is one God and there should be one way of worship. He will explain further it. So, a perfect knowledge of even other subjects can only be gained by those when we study these Shastras, and we can know about the other names of God as well. Then at the end, my rishi says, why you have not said, he has put the question to himself, why you have not done any Mangalacharan in the starting. So they say in Vedic Vangame, rishis, munis, what used to say the Atha and the Om in the starting. Ath is the, in Mahabhashya is starting the science of language, the Mahabhashya, they say Atha. So we don't use the any of the other names. Atha Shabda Anushashanam, Atha Yoga Anushashanam, like this Athato Dharam Jigyasa. So this Atha Shabd is used as the first word or the Om. So this way Maharishi says the other names are not used in the Vedic Vangme. So he has not used. So this is all about the first samulas of Satyarth.